Living in a caravan full-time is really freeing, liberating. We absolutely love it. We've been living like that for over 7 years now, but we are aware that it also has its limitations and that we had to adapt. There are different ways of doing everyday life things in a caravan, especially when it comes to socializing. So today I'm going to share some of my ideas and some of my thoughts on the limitations of living in a caravan full-time. I hope you enjoy this video. Give it a like and let's dive in. My name is Kat and since 2018 I've been living in a caravan full-time, and I also work as a campsite warden. And one of the very first things I've learned, one of the very first changes I had to get used to, was forgetting about hot, long showers in a caravan. If we take a shower in a caravan, it's usually short and quick because think about the damp, necessity to save water, and especially if you are off-grid or you're on the move, you will have to save water. And above all, horrendous cost of heating water in your caravan. When we first moved on this side, we were using a shower and we were using our Truma heater to heat water, and our electricity consumption was just horrendous. So we stopped using this shower in the caravan and now we use the campsite showers. Do you love a hot, long shower? Could you live without one? Or could you walk to a different building every day, every morning, every evening, whenever you want to take a shower? Could you actually get outside and walk somewhere to have a shower and then come back to your home? Well, you can get used to it, but would it be a problem for you? The next thing is socializing and having guests in your caravan. This is our living space, this is our home. And what you see is what you get. There are no secret rooms, there are no secret buildings attached to our caravan. That's it. So imagine having guests in this space. Where would they even sleep? Not there, because that's our bedroom, so what's left? A lounge. So usually we only have one guest, our old friend who can just get on with anything, and he's not fussy, he's not expecting hotel treatment. He knows what it's like to live on wheels. So usually when he comes, he sleeps on one of those benches in the living room. We don't bother assembling the whole bed here for him, for one person, because if we did, we would simply not have space to move around. So to keep it practical, to keep it enjoyable, luckily he's quite a small person, so he fits on one of those benches and he's happy. He's such a great friend that he doesn't mind very limited space and almost a complete lack of privacy in a caravan. This is another problem. If you want privacy, you have to get outside because the walls are so thin, and whatever happens in the caravan, everyone knows about it. So whatever happens in the bathroom is public. So whatever is cooked, everyone can smell it. There is no privacy here, honestly. It's not a problem for us, for me and Marek, but it could be a problem for many. And for me, I think this lack of possibilities to entertain bigger groups of people is the biggest problem. Look at our fridge. We don't really have much storage for food. So if you wanted to invite more people, we would struggle, with preparing and storing food for the occasion. We literally have 2 bowls, 3 plates, 2 smaller plates, 2 smaller dessert plates. So we don't even have enough plates or cutlery for a bigger group of people. We have plenty of tea though. There are only 2 of us living here, so we literally have 2 forks, 2 knives, 2 spoons, and so on. We don't have cutlery, we don't have more cutlery, so it's quite normal that if we have friends staying on the site, if we have visitors, especially if we invite them for a barbecue or for a meal, which has to be cooked and eaten on the day because there is no way to store it, we ask people, could you please bring your plate, your cutlery, your cup, your glass, and your chair, your camping chair. So it's quite normal on campsites or on stopovers that when people visit each other, they come with their own camping chairs. We've done it a lot, we've seen it a lot. Are you familiar with this? When you are camping or when you are touring, is it normal for you to bring a chair if you go to visit someone on site? We are so used to it, and in general we are so used to this lifestyle that it was quite hard for me to come up with all those ideas of those limitations of living in a caravan full time, because I simply forget about them. I'm just so used to living like this that I don't see these things as problems or issues or limitations, but I'm aware that for most of the people, most of normal people living normally, these could be problems. So I'm looking forward to hearing from you and your thoughts on these things. Maybe you could add your own if you tried living in a caravan or motorhome for longer periods of time. Have you got any more to share? If you love to cook and you love to spread when you are cooking, well, this could be difficult in a caravan. However, this kitchen and this workspace is quite generous. I don't cook a lot in a caravan. I rely on our air fryer. I use it every day, and in our awning and on our simple hot plate. And if the weather is good, I take it outside and I cook outside. And talking about the weather, it's really hard to control temperature inside of your caravan because it doesn't have much insulation. Walls and windows are really thin. The difference between the temperature outside and inside of your caravan is literally a few degrees, and it's really hard. It's really hard to keep it cool during the summer, and it's probably easier to heat it up during the winter. So it's not easy. And it costs a lot of money, especially cooling your van. But I talked about it in so many other videos about the challenges of caravanning full-time in the summer. There's a separate video you could watch about that. There's also a separate video about challenges of caravanning in the winter. Yeah, so it seems that we are always battling with the elements and with the weather. So yeah, get used to it. It is not as comfortable as it is at home with thick walls and proper windows and insulation. And because the weather is a challenge and temperature in the caravan changes drastically according to the weather, it's a real challenge to have houseplants in a caravan. That's probably the only type of a houseplant which will survive. This is real. And this is something I miss. If there is one thing I miss about living in a house, is actually having houseplants, because I love houseplants, but A, there isn't much space in a caravan for them, and B, there are some extreme temperature changes. Are there any houseplant lovers out there? Do you have a lot of houseplants? Do you have none? I would love to hear. I would love to hear about your plants, and if you have any, do they thrive or do you kill them? It seems that there are two kinds of people: those who love houseplants and they keep them alive, and those who can kill a plant within a week. So let me know what's your type, what type you are. And the final thing I want to mention today is laundry and dealing with washing and drying your clothes. So obviously this is not easy. We don't own a washing machine. We are very lucky because we live and work on a campsite. So for most of the year we have access to the staff washing machine and a dryer, which is a real lifesaver. Because sometimes you could wash by hand really with a push, but if you have a whole bag of your private clothes and your work clothes, if you have a bag of laundry every week, you know, without access to this staff machine, we would have to travel to a laundrette, pay money for washing. So this is something you need to plan for and prepare for. Of course, you can wash by hand and air dry things in the summer, but in winter, autumn, this is a different story, isn't it? Having said that, the best session of washing, we had this really great memory of us washing our clothes by hand one day in Italy and just spreading it wherever we could. This was one of the funniest laundry days in my life. A great memory. I don't think I ever invited you to our bedroom, so let's finish this video in our bedroom. So to sum up, yeah, there are practical issues, there are challenges, there are limitations, there are things you will have to learn, and some surprises along the way. The easiest things could become chores, like doing your laundry or even having a shower or using a toilet. That's another classic limitation. So I said about many things which may be difficult, which may be challenging, especially when you first move into a caravan. But the flip side of this all is that all these things make living in a caravan exciting and adventurous. It is definitely teaching you how to leave your comfort zone. It is outside of a comfort zone of many people, and I think this is a big reason why me and Marek enjoy this lifestyle so much, because it's unusual, it's quirky, it's interesting, it's original, it generates a lot of interest, a lot of questions, and it's not something everyone could do. And we are actually, I think deep down, we are very proud of ourselves that we thrive in this lifestyle, and it gave us so much. We love it, and we are going to carry on, and probably reasons why we love it, living in a caravan and how it impacted us, how it changed us. This is a topic for a different video, but I hope you enjoyed this one, and I'm looking forward to hearing your thoughts and hearing about your struggles or challenges of living in an RV or a motorhome or a caravan. If you enjoyed this video and you would like to see more of my videos, please subscribe to the channel. It is free, it doesn't cost you anything, and if you hit the bell, you will get a notification each time we release a new video, which means you will not miss on any new content. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope I will see you in the next video on Wednesday afternoon and during our weekly live stream, which we start at 7 p.m. the UK time every Sunday. It's great fun. It's a live catch up with me. It's always great. Always lovely to meet you guys and hear your news and hear from you every Sunday evening. So see ya. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Bye bye.